All right, today I want to talk to you about an app called Samply. Okay, so this video is going to be for freelancers and professionals who work in the pro audio space and also music production. Now, whether you're a musician, a songwriter, a producer, a mixer, a recording engineer, or a composer, at some point in your workday or work week, you're going to have to send some files. Those files could be demos, they could be mixes, they could be entire sessions. But in some form or another, they're going to be audio files that you have to send. I think now more than ever, we have a lot of people in our space who are musicians and some level of recording engineers, or they're mixers and recording engineers and mastering engineers or producers. So there's a lot of overlap nowadays. And a lot of people have home studios, as you've seen here on this channel. And some people are still in commercial studios. Some people still book all of their stuff out they're just on different locations all the time. And because of this, we have to send files to each other. Now, I do this when I record remote drums. Shameless plug here. You can actually go to my website, book me to play and record live drums and percussion on your project. And what I do is I use this app to send and transfer files back and forth with you, and it makes the process super easy for each party that's involved. Now, if you've been doing this for a while, you've probably done it a bunch of different ways, either uploading MP3s to emails because they're small enough to fit, or doing some sort of G Drive situation or Dropbox. What's the other one? WeTransfer. There's a lot of different ways people will try to get by and get the best bang for buck to actually do this. But at some point, you've probably ran into some friction with this process, which is where I think this app, Samply, really swoops in and sort of solves a lot of those issues. What's awesome is you can set up your basic account for free. I'll put a link to it down in the description if you want to check it out. I'm going to go through some of the features that have actually made me switch to using this. All right, the first one is lossless streaming. If you've used other file transfer services and you send a link and they can play it in the browser, there's going to be a compressed version that's just not the full resolution file. Now with Samply, when you send a link to it, you can stream the audio to any device with no compression and no artifacts, no compromises. All right, next is security. You can actually set passwords for files that you send to be able to be either download or listened to. You can toggle the download and monitor the location of the listeners for peace of mind. You can streamline the revisions with time-coded comments and real-time notifications. So maybe you're waiting for someone to give you feedback on that. If you turn your notifications on, you can get those notifications as they're coming in. This is very, very helpful in saving time. Collaboration, this has been big for me as far as working with a team and eliminating giant threads of emails. You can invite the people that you're working with on the project to the project, and that way you can have all of your comments and revisions and notes and files all in the app. Version control, you can manage your revisions, A/B compare versions, and always stay up to date with the latest bounce. Okay, next one is branding. And now this gets into a whole other level of features that I think matters if you're a freelancer. When you send a file, instead of it just being a generic link and a generic page with whatever, maybe music icon or something, you can put your own branding. If you have a logo, or if your company has a logo, or your studio, or whatever it is, you can put your artwork in there. Let's say you're a mastering engineer. There's an example here. You could put the mastering logo on it when you send the file to have the name of the project and the artwork on there. This is a very simple but significant way to make it that much more professional for the client that you're working with. Okay, these next three are in beta testing, but I've been using some of them and they're awesome. First one is Dropbox. You can bounce a file directly to your hard drive and it'll automatically sync to your Samply app. All right, this next one is, I think, absolutely awesome. It is a payment feature within the Samply app. Let's imagine you're a freelance mixer, because I think this is really important for mixers as well as freelance musicians. If you do your mix, you get your mix up there, you put the files into the folder for the project, you set a paywall on the link when you send it to them so they can stream the mix, listen to it, leave any comments that they have in the parts that they have. If they don't have any comments and they just want to download the files, you can set a paywall on the ability to download. So if you're fee is, well, let's say $500. You set paywall to $500 to allow downloads for purchaser only. You set the paywall, and that button's going to show up right next to the play button. So it's very simple for both parties involved and extremely professional. It connects your account via Stripe payments. And then the last beta feature here is listening sessions, where you can, I'm guessing, get a group of people together on some sort of video chat because of the icon in the corner here and listen to the tracks in full resolution at the same time. Now we're just checking out the website, but you can see here some of the people who are using Samply regularly. On here we got Mike Tucci, mastering engineer, Wendy Wang, songwriter, producer. We've got Philip Weinrobe, mix engineer, Aaron Sterling, drummer, producer, and a few other people here who it looks like they do some really great work. I have now been using it on, I believe, 9 projects, and I am obsessed. I literally can't stop telling my friends about it when I send the link, and I'm like, dude, you got to start using this. It's so good. So what's cool is you can use Samply.app in the browser, or you can download the desktop app, and there is a iOS app in the works, but right now you can get the desktop app. This is how it looks when you log in. You've got your library, you've got your projects all organized here. As you can see, you can put the name of the project, you can put album artwork. Now, as you can see here, this is my channel artwork that's on here. What I've done is I've just basically set up my preferences. So when I default create a new project, the branding is my logo's image, so people are familiar when I send them a link. They see my logo. Just that next small little detail that makes it feel a little more professional than like a music note or something like that. Okay, so inside project, let me show you. Here's an example I made. I just called it artist name. You can call it whatever the project is or artist. And then you can put the different projects inside that. That's kind of how I'm doing it. So if we go to the American Indie, this is actually a session we did. Inside, I have the full session folders. And what's so cool about Samply is you can literally just grab the project or session folder from your computer and just drag it right in. And that's it. There's no fussing. You don't have to recreate any sort of folder structure or anything like that. You just open it up and it's everything that goes within that session. They can download it. Super simple. And again, you can add the paywall to this stuff if you want to have them pay through the app. Let's go down here to John. You can see we've got the song, we've got drum takes, the different takes, and inside the folders are the individual tracks. This project's for a group called Don't Do It. Inside, we've got the different bounces of the takes that I did. And then once they pick the take, I will drop in the take folder of the stems for the song. And it's all laid out super easily so that they can see it. And I'll also add, this is a good tip for you. I got this from my buddy Jake. Add a little screenshot of the balance of the tracks to give them a little reference for starting, so everything's not at unity. All right, now here's how you can set the paywall. When you go, you hit copy link, you go to edit player, and on the side, this is where you can adjust what the player's features are going to be for the person that receives the link. So you can have comments turned on. Obviously, downloads is turned off, but if I just switch this, I can turn it on. You see the download button turns on right next to the play button. I'm going to turn that off, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to paywall. Now paywall, boom, you can just say, all right, 500 will allow downloads for everyone or purchaser only, set paywall, and then after you set that, now you can see next to the play button, there's a download button with the price next to it. So they can click that, and then they can do the payment through Stripe, pay with card. Super simple, super professional. So as I said before, I've been using this literally every single day. Scott has been using it as well. There's 3 different accounts you can get. There's a basic account, an indie account, and a pro account. Those each are going to have different features. The basic account is completely free and you get 25 gigabytes just for opening your account on there. You get the lossless streaming. The indie account, you get a little bit more, and the pro has the most features, including the paywall and some of the other features that we went through. I'll put links to it down in the description. Go set up your free account. The version that I've been using is the pro account. It's actually a great deal, especially if you don't have to use some of the other services that you've already been using. You can cancel those. Use this one, keep it all in one hub. Also, if you're concerned about it, when you send links to other people, they don't need to have an account to be able to stream the audio or pay. So if you're in the pro audio space, check it out, set up your free account down below. Let me know if you've already been using Samply, if you're new to it, what you think down in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. I don't normally make videos like this where I do like a whole walkthrough of service or an app like this, because usually they're just not that interesting to me, but I literally am using this every single day. So it's freaking awesome. And I'm super grateful that Samply is sponsoring this video. So go check them out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.